We are just a family of three: my husband, me, and my little baby. She's 5 years old now.
Yeah.
And so we were in Delhi, but we have shifted to Lucknow in the last 4 years.
Achha.
Once my daughter was born, yeah, because my husband is from Lucknow, and his parents wanted help, health-wise, and everything. They needed attention, so we kind of shifted our base. And now we are settled in Lucknow. My daughter started going to school post-COVID. Yeah. So yeah. So as per us, for my family, I think we all, amongst us, I think I have a very good immune system. I'm just saying because I really eat all the herbs, and I have all nice things, and which my husband and my daughter don't like. But now since COVID, the thinking and the mindset has changed so much, and especially how crazy we have gone after that, sanitizing, cleaning, and everything. And my husband and my daughter both got Delta. So that was a very bad phase. Although my daughter recovered like very nicely. I mean, she had just fever for 1 day. That's it. Okay. And she was absolutely fine. But of course, she wasn't. I mean, it took her 8-9 days to come out. Yeah. So post which I felt that her immunity has gone really low, and my daughter started falling sick very often. And even before that, she used to fall sick. Because in 2019 we had started a play school also. So because we had started, so she was getting all those infections, going to school and everything. But post COVID, I think we've had very bad weeks of illness and it's been just fever, basically, fever, cold, cough, stomach infection, fever, cold, cough, just this. Okay. But it will go on for like 3-4 days, which is, and unless and until I don't start the antibiotic, the fever will not go down. And so it became very worrying, because my child is a very active child. She's not like, she's a very lean child, and she's very active. So growth wise, there's nothing wrong with her or anything, or she needs some special attention and all. There's nothing like that. She's a tall child, in fact, gone on her daddy. So that was the time when I was really struggling what to do. And that's when my sister, introduced Iyurved. And I started it in around Feb. And that was the time when my child had fallen sick in September, in October last year, then December, and within a month, Jan. So she had fallen so sick. And, our pediatrician tells us that if you take an antibiotic in a particular month, you have to wait for another at least 30 days before you take it again, right? But my daughter needed it. So there was a month where we almost took it, like the minute we completed like 20 or 29 days, she had to take it. So I was so scared. And after that, January, then she had stomach infection in Feb. So I was just going crazy that what is happening, because we are a very clean family. It's not like, we are messy or we are dirty. We are finicky about washing hands, keeping things clean, changing clothes 3-4 times a day. Till date, when we go out, we come back, wash face, change clothes, everything. I know a lot of people have stopped doing it now because they've gotten used to the old lifestyle, but we are still doing it, So it was very strange, but anyways, we started Iyurved. We took it like, Feb, half of Feb, March, April, May, June, no sickness, okay, in our family. Yeah, so I was very happy. And then I stopped because I thought that I shouldn't take too much of anything, right? Anything, So I stopped. So July was our first sign of sickness, but she recovered very fast, So yes, then again, she fell sick in August. Then she recovered fast. So from 3-4 days of fever, I had come down to 1 day of fever. And from 102, I had come down to 100. So, it was giving me confidence that it's working, And my sister, she has 2 kids. One is 3-year-old, 3.5-year-old, and other is 2-year-old. So she also started for her kids, So I saw the difference. I could notice, I knew it, that it's working, because illness has become shorter. Then sometimes it's not always you're getting fever. It turns into a cold also sometimes. I welcome colds now because we are done with fever, so much fever. I'm like, it's okay. If you have a cold, it's fine. You're building immunity, that's good. So yeah, and schools are on. Like, I mean, there is no end to it now. And now my daughter this month, so I had stopped taking. Then I spoke to your colleague Divya twice. So earlier also I had spoken to her a few months back. So that is when she told me, stop it and then you can restart it. Like, because I already done 2 boxes of immunity. Okay. So she said, now you should stop and then you restart it. I said, okay. So then I didn't restart. And again, this whole September, my daughter has fallen sick, but honestly, it's still been better. It's better than what I went through last year. It's still better. And I know it's not just her, it's the whole class. They are getting infection. Everyone, there is no one left, like everyone. Like my daughter didn't go for a week. Next week, others are not going. And, there are like 10, 15 children absent in school every day. Yeah. So then I called up Divya again and I said that, I got really scared that I am not overdoing anything. So can I just, carry on? So then she told me that, you can, and just give it a break in the middle and then you can start it again. Yeah. So I have immunity. We're on the 3rd box of immunity. I got the sleep one also for myself because I don't know, I wasn't sleeping well. So I got that, though honestly, I didn't have it. I had it only for 1-2 days. Then I thought it's fine. And then I got the eye one also because my daughter developed an eye allergy. And this was something very strange that, we visited a eye doctor and this is when she had started going to school. So everybody was getting, when all the kids post-COVID started going to school, so everybody started getting fever, cough, cold and everything. Now my daughter got eye allergy and there was a red spot in her eye. So it was very strange, but I met the doctor and he told me that it's a normal allergy. She did not get cough cold this time, but whatever, but this is like a normal reaction, and to the there must be some pollen or something or whatever, but it is normal. So I got your eye also, so we took that also for nice 15 days, but we left it then because everything was okay and all that. So yeah, so that's pretty much, how much we are in touch with Iyurved now. And now since I spoke to Divya, I started 3 days back or 4 days back, I spoke to her, I started giving her immunity again, because now again, we have this tomato flu, hand, foot, mouth, everybody is getting in school. Oh my God, I don't know how to save these children. Really, something or the other is coming every day.
Exactly the same thing happening in my place. So we have a WhatsApp group in this of the school class. In the morning you open in case there's a special dress day or something, you just check. And it would say, and the class teacher is also there in the group. So one of the parents would say, my child is not coming down with viral. The other would say, same here, same here, same. I would say, okay, fine. So my elder one is Vihan, younger one is Kavir. I would say Vihan and Kavir, back on immunity, guys. So they are pretty sick of it, by the way, because they feel their mom has made it. Now they've been forced into all this. And so my fridge is all full of brain and eye and immunity and daily. And so, yes, I also do this. I juggle between a few boxes. I normally go very heavy on brain and eye, but immunity is very seasonal for me. So right now, and I've seen the difference in my sons. I mean, like you said, 2 things. This is something I have felt personally, and parents have come back to me with exactly the same things, that yes, falling sick reduced, but recovery became much faster also. If you would see one of the videos, I think Sfurti is another parent. She stays in Bangalore only. Beautiful description she gave me of how it helped her child. She said, not falling sick for a longer period. And even when the child does fall sick, it's like, I don't have to give the child anything. The child is just recovering on its own. That's a change even I've seen, that you might just pass on with maybe a cold for a day max. You don't really go through a rough patch that I see, and it's not extended. Like normally virals have become pretty extended now, and the fevers, I mean 104 has become so normal. And
I know,
I just imagine what kind of a turmoil would it take on the body to fight that much infection every time. And on top of that, antibiotics killing your gut completely. It's a very, very tough phase for these children. And you're right, so many infections in the air. So good. Do what suits you. Start it, go on a break, start it again, whatever suits you and your child. Because these are all natural things and there is no right and wrong to it. It's just what suits you and how much, what time. It's just you figure out your own way, right? But yeah, for me too, I think immunity has proven to be very, very useful. I can see my kids going to school very regularly, having the highest attendance rates in the class. And I would owe it to the product too. So I'm also a firm believer in this particular product. And I think these herbs are just excellent. There's a reason why they have this strong following.
So how do you differentiate between your immunity and daily?
Yeah, daily, this was the first product we made. And it was made keeping in mind that a child would want something for the eye, a child would want something for the bones, for the body, for the immunity, and for the brain. We said, let's make a generic product, which will just help which will give a little bit benefit to just about anything in the body. That's what daily is. A lot of parents come to us and say, my child really doesn't have any issue. I don't know, I see them to be the ones picking up daily. So also, if your child is really young, let's say a 2-year-old child, a 2-year-old child taking daily and taking that much of, let's say, ashwagandha and turmeric, both help in immunity. I think for that small child, daily is sufficient for brain.
Okay.
So daily is my go-to product when it's just, a jack of all and master of none kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Immunity is really heavy on immunity. And like you said, allergies. So we have beautiful feedbacks around allergies. You mentioned eye allergy. So for the eye product, we have these remarkable feedbacks from parents where they said, my child used to just keep rubbing and they used to be watery red eyes all the time. And somehow over a use of just, 3 to 4 weeks of the product, they could just see that go away because again, you're just strengthening your eye muscles. And once they get weaker is when all these things start to happen. So it's all absolute pure science. The only grace here is that the herbs used are very, very pure, very high quality. And that's the only reason that even though they're very tiny amount of quantity that we have used, they're actually showing a lot of benefit. So this was nice, Tanvi, to know, because immunity is such an overused term, such an exploited term in the last 3 years that you look at any food item, they just claim on immunity. I'm not sure how much it works on immunity though, but one thing for sure that I've noticed is somebody who buys immunity from us becomes our lifelong follower because they truly see the difference happening. So like what Divya told me, that use it for a couple of months, then give it a break of 1 month and then use it again. So that's the way we should be using it, right? Again, no right and wrong here. I am always on at least 2 of the products for my kids. And because I have to give them just about everything, so I can't give them everything on the same day. So I just choose eye or brain or brain and immunity or something. I just juggle between these because yes, they may not have issues, but I don't want to wait for the issues to occur. I just want the body to be fit so that the growth happens well. That's it. That's the pure reason. That is why these products were made, not made to solve a problem, but rather to stay away from the problem.
Okay. And, like apart from this, like my child, I'm not giving her any other medicine or any, like a multivitamin or anything, because there's no need. Even our doctors say they have to build their own immunity.
Absolutely.
Right? So apart from the Iyurved products, do you want to recommend something in a daily diet that is very good, which one child should have every day, which would help them, with all this?
I would say, so I try to give my children whole grains every day, whether it's for breakfast, dalia, or whether it's, I always try to give them something which is whole, like a whole dal. And that is just because ultimately everything matters to the gut. If your gut is healthy, it will take care of so many other things for you. And for the gut to be healthy, you need to give it something fermented, and then you need to give it something high in fiber, because fermented gives it the bacteria and the fiber is the food for the bacteria. Very simple. So this is one thing I always keep in mind. So we're at a resort right now, and they will obviously grab on bread or croissant or something. But I will always tell them, just pick up your carrots or beetroots or tomato and some leaves. Just eat that. That's it. Just eat it, gobble it up, and some sprouts. Sprouts is my go-to thing. I know no kid likes it. Even I don't really prefer it much, but I know it's good for my body, so I just eat it. So I will give them that little portion that just eat this. Then you can eat your bread or whatever, because all these processed things like breads or any simple carbs that just they're not bad for the body, but that is not what your gut needs only. Your body may need it, but your gut needs a lot of these fibers. So if you can, just do that. Or if you feel that's tough for you, that is again the reason we launched the digest powder, because it was a mix of all those vegetables, all those good bacteria, and the prebiotic fiber. So you can give it all together and mix it in her atta, give her the roti of it. It's outstanding. Even the daily powder and that.
But that does change the taste of the food, right?
Roti mein, it doesn't.
Acha. Okay.
I think atta is such a beautiful thing to blend anything. So what I do normally with my boys is, and even for my roti, if I feel like on a particular day, so I'll ask my help to just add, 2-3 spoons of that powder, just add the spread, daily nutrition, that savory spread, the yellow one, make the roti. Roti turns out very soft and nice, feels very tasty. And I'm also pretty much at ease that when they take this to the school, I know a lot is going in their body. They may think it's a paratha, but it's a lot going in their body. So that is my go-to thing every morning for their tiffin.
Okay.
And you can stuff anything, paneer, aloo, methi, or, just ajwain with sauce, whatever you want to give. Whatever makes a child happy. You put a cheese slice inside, anything. But they really don't realize that you're giving them karela or beetroot or, tons of sprouts. They just don't realize it. It's about it's an amalgamation of something like 10 to 12 different vegetables and greens and sprouts. Just that, nothing else. So try it if you want to. Just try it once.
Sure. We'll try then.
Yeah. Okay. So anything else, Tanvi?
No. So yeah, I think I'll pick up a couple of more products and make it a mix, in the house, maybe like a small Iyurved pantry. And maybe just juggle with it every day.
Yeah, exactly.
It did work for me. And I'm just so glad you made it, because it did work for me. And I mean, it's just, I want it to work and, help our children just pass through this stage. Once they become older, obviously they build their own immunity, but for right now it's just terrifying as mothers to just see them like that. So anyways, nice talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
on
you.
Your mini stick.
Thank you so much. And so keep sharing, Tanvi, whatever you notice, anything good, keep spreading, because it is good for other children to not be dependent on medicines as much as they can be on food.
Yeah. Of course.
And
I keep calling. I've already called your colleagues 2 times. Whenever I've had a doubt, I have picked up the phone and called.
Yeah.
Because
I do that.
I'm not. Yeah. So I don't. I don't keep it to myself. I will call and find out, because I need a way. When you need a way, you have to go for it. Like
do it.
So that
we try to solve as many queries as we can, but the burden has suddenly increased. We're trying to expand the team, because Divya otherwise is literally whole day on phone. So we are trying to solve that. And but it's very reassuring.
Where are you based?
All of us are based out of different cities, because all of us have kids and going to schools and families. So Divya is based out of Kanpur. I'm in Bangalore. Some of the team is in Bangalore with me, but then there are people who are based out of Hyderabad and Ghaziabad, all over here, all Maharashtra, Mumbai.
Okay, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, and different languages. We try to get people who can understand multiple languages, because there are lots of parents who do not speak Hindi or English and we don't know how to help them. So yeah, it's a journey and very fulfilling.
Yeah, of course it is. Anything for children is actually making them feel better is, I think, the best thing,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Tanvi.
Thank you so much for your time.
Hello to your daughter.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.